Hi everyone, and welcome to our second video in our series going down the Northeast Corridor with Commuter Rail. In this series, we're traveling from New York City to Washington, D.C. and trying out the different commuter rail systems along that route. In our last video, we rode the New Jersey Transit Trenton line. Today, we're riding SEPTA Regional Rail, the commuter rail system built around Philadelphia. If you love train travel, hit that subscribe button. We upload at least once a week, and this way you won't miss any of our content. You can also join our community on Patreon. Your support gives you access to cool features such as early video releases. And finally, follow us on our social media, Instagram and TikTok. Today's journey begins in Trenton, the state capital of New Jersey. Okay, so to get a SEPTA ticket, you hit the SEPTA button on the NJ Transit sign.
You can buy free.
Here's our ticket. Now Trenton Station is served by the SEPTA Trenton line, which we will be riding, the New Jersey Transit Northeast Corridor line, all Amtrak trains that run up and down the Northeast Corridor, and the River Line light rail service. The SEPTA Trenton line actually leaves from the same platform as the New Jersey Transit trains arrive at, so if we had already had our tickets, we could have had a cross-platform transfer, albeit with a little bit of a wait. There it is. Just listen to those fans go. So what exactly is this train we're about to ride? It is a Silverliner 4 train. These were built starting in 1974 by General Electric, and the set we're about to ride, train number 457, was actually built for the Reading Railroad before SEPTA took over regional rail services in Philadelphia. It's going to make all local stops on the SEPTA Regional Rail Trenton line before continuing on to the Chestnut Hill East line, but I'll explain that in a little bit.
Want to hear an interesting fact?
Sure.
So this train has 4 cars. However, all of the doors are closed except for the first 2 cars, meaning, but you can't walk between the cars, meaning the back 2 cars are going to stay empty.
At least here. Wow. Seating on this Silverliner 4 train is arranged in rows of 2 by 3, which is pretty much the standard for American commuter rail. It might sound cramped, but American trains are so wide that it actually feels fine. This thing is ancient. And we're right in the front of the train. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy sitting here very much. How are the seats?
Similar to the South Shore line.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the South Shore line. Looks like what they have is just seats and baggage racks and security cameras. Just the basics. I've always been very excited to ride SEPTA Regional Rail. It's a system with a lot of quirky and interesting details. First of all the routes are electric, which I'm very happy about. Second, this is the Trenton line, which will follow the Northeast Corridor up until right north of Philadelphia, where we'll branch off the Northeast Corridor, join with a bunch of other regional rail lines, cross 30th Street Station perpendicular to the Amtrak station, and then go to Suburban Station, Jefferson Station, make a loop through the center city, and then these trains go through onto different lines back into the Philadelphia suburbs. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I should illustrate it with a diagram. There's this official SEPTA diagram, but I've made my own as well. So there used to be two commuter rail systems in Philadelphia, the Pennsylvania Railroad, which ran until Suburban Station, and the Reading Railroad, which ran until Reading Terminal, each with various branch lines. Now in the 1970s, a connecting tunnel was built between Suburban Station and what was eventually renamed Jefferson Station, and now trains coming from one branch line do a loop around downtown, stopping at Temple University, Jefferson, Suburban, and 30th Street before continuing onto a different branch line. For example, the Trenton line trains tend to head onto the Chestnut Hill East line after Philadelphia. Four minutes into our trip and we've already crossed over the river into Pennsylvania. I wonder what that button is for. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments.
Also, let me know in the comments what your least favorite commuter rail is in the U.S.
Least favorite?
Least favorite. Or maybe your favorite transit.
After stopping at the first few stations in Pennsylvania, we noticed something. If nobody was getting on or off the train at a stop, the train would only stop there for literally just a few seconds. We're literally stopping at these stations for like 3 seconds. I'm not even kidding. Alright, I'm gonna film our arrival into this next station and not cut it to show you how short the stops are. So this is Holmesburg Junction. Muting the video here because somebody in our party was loudly counting in increments of time that were definitely not seconds. No.
Calling back.
This is North Philadelphia Station, where our line is joined by the Chestnut Hill West line. We just left North Philadelphia Station. A few Amtrak Northeast Regional and Keystone service trains stop there. The next station is 30th Street Station, also known as William Gray Station. Very impressive. We're definitely going to check that out. But we're going to stay on one more stop until Suburban Station. And like I said before, at 30th Street Station, we're going to be on the east-west upper level platforms, so not the Amtrak platforms. The train in the foreground here is a Silverliner 5 unit, and these are identical to the trains used on RTD Commuter Rail in Denver, Colorado. Oh, I see 30th Street Station. Not anymore.
Nice.
All 7 of the former Pennsylvania Railroad branch lines have come together at this point, and we are only a few feet away from 30th Street Station.
Street, Philadelphia's main railway station.
The SEPTA platforms seem a lot more pleasant than the underground platforms that serve Amtrak and the New Jersey Transit Atlantic City line.
And as we departed 30th Street, he announced that this is the train to Chestnut Hill East. What, like a ride on it?
No.
All right.
Still have the Silverliner on the
You guys have
Do you still have your ticket?
Yeah. This is the exit.
Oh, well, it's just a motion sensor one. Whatever.
That's so. Of course. Please. Anybody need their shoes shined?
Mine are white.
I don't know how you keep those so clean. So we're riding the gray glass elevator to the street level. What did you guys think of SEPTA?
SEPTA was pretty decent.
Pretty good. No bathrooms or plugs like the other one, but
So
it's quick and easy. Not too bad.
So just like New Jersey Transit, no like amenities like plugs or bathrooms or ever. It cost $9. So we traveled from New York to Philadelphia today for $25 a person. Our parents actually drove. They left later than us, but they got there earlier, which is a little bit depressing to think about. At the same time, we took Commuter Rail rather than Northeast Regional. I think my expectations for SEPTA were lowered when I saw how old the train was going to be, which maybe helped make it a more positive experience. I would definitely ride this again. I think the Center City, Philadelphia, the loop part is so fascinating. There's other lines I want to ride. Thank you so much for watching Trains Are Awesome today. Please subscribe for more cool content like this, and we'll see you next time.
Suburban Station is really close to the Philadelphia City Hall, a great location for downtown Philly. Now the next 2 videos, we are going to ride several lines of the Philadelphia subway, the Broad Street line, the Market Frankford line, and the subway surface trolleys. And then in 2 weeks, we'll continue our journey down to Washington, D.C.